Hello. Um, I often read about financial news on a blog, on a few blogs actually. I'm trying to save some money and plan for the future. So I'm interested in that kind of thing. And obviously, if you can predict the future, you can make lots of money. If you know what will happen or is probably going to happen, you can bet your money in the stock market and make lots of money back. There's only one small problem. Nobody knows what will happen in the future. We think we do, but of course nobody does. And very often all of our plans are completely opposite to what actually happens. I was reading this blog post called It Sounds Crazy by this guy, Morgan Housel, for the Collaborative Fund blog. Anyway, if you want to find the original, it's there. But I'm calling this the danger of thinking you are right. In life, it's very easy to get confused, not confused, but to become sure that you are correct and everybody else is wrong, or at least in your group, that you and your friends are right, or you and your work colleagues are right. The reason for this is expectations move slower than facts, or opinions get entrenched while situations evolve. What? It means we form our opinions and we make our views, and they are very slow to change over time. But actually, the world is changing all the time, sometimes very quickly, but our ideas are still stuck in the past. An example of that is you might hear somebody saying, "This is just how things work." You know, if you join a company, and there's a kind of an attitude in the company, or what they call a company culture. People believe something, it must be true. And it might be true, and perhaps it was true, but very often your opinions and the group, what we call groupthink, how everybody in the company, their opinions are usually in the same kind of, not always exactly the same, but the same kinds of beliefs. And that's a danger because you're not hearing ideas that are different, but maybe true. Often it's easier to just agree with the boss. The boss says, "Oh, oh, these Chinese, they are lazy." And oh, yes, I guess Chinese are lazy. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, why do you think that? You might be wrong, and it might have been true, and now is no longer true, or maybe it was never true. If you don't question things, you might get stuck. That's the danger. What have I written down here? But things change, people's goals change, accidents happen. Sometimes things change overnight. So, 2 years ago, we might have all said, oh, online business is, that's never going to happen. We always like to travel and do business face to face. We'll never use the internet for that. But 2 years later, coronavirus happened. Nobody predicted that. Well, people did predict it, but people thought they were crazy, right? What? There'll be a disease that comes from China? Oh, that's just a Hollywood movie. That's not going to happen. It did happen. And here we are making Zoom lessons. So things do change. And sometimes the crazy people are correct. Sometimes they're just crazy. It's hard to know. Only afterwards can you look back and say, oh, those crazy people weren't crazy. They were right. But those crazy people were always crazy. So how can you protect yourself? Well, how to avoid this trap. Okay, the first thing you can do is keep your identity small. Don't say I'm a something something. For example, okay, keep your identity small. You don't, if I say to you, oh, I'm a AKB47 fan. I'm not, but imagine. And then that means every time AKB47 makes a record, I have to like it because I said I'm an AKB47 fan. Yay! And then I hear a really bad one, and I go, oh, I don't like that. But I can't admit I don't like it because I've told everybody I'm an AKB47 fan, so I have to like this music. Or the opposite, if I tell everybody I hate J-pop, J-pop's rubbish. But then I hear, a one-ok rock song or something, and you go, oh, that's quite good. But I've told everybody I hate J-pop. Oh no, it's difficult to change my opinion. So that's the point. Keep your identity small. You don't have to say, I am a this kind of person or I'm a that kind of person. You can say, I like this, I don't like that. And then you can change your mind. Actually, I don't like this and I don't like that. It's difficult to change your mind in public, but if you can do that, it will help you. Don't have to be stuck to just one idea. Okay, another point, number 2, be humble about forecasting things you want to be true for your own benefit. I might say, you know what? I think everybody in Abiko will learn English from Tower English, and then I will be rich. Yay. But, well, that would be good for me, but am I basing that on any reason? Is there any reason why the whole of Abiko would come to Tower English? Of course, because of me. Yeah, but it's a little bit crazy, right? It would be so beneficial to me, but it probably isn't true. So, but you can blind yourself and say, oh yes, maybe it will be true. One day I will be the best in Abiko. Or the biggest in Abiko. So be humble. Don't be too proud about guessing what will happen that will benefit you. You might be wrong. Probably are wrong. Okay. So, okay, kind of philosophical this, but I've got 3 questions to think about. So don't worry about the big picture. Let's look at this. Okay, number 1, do you know anything that first sounded crazy, but in fact became true? I don't know. Number 2, do you have any beliefs about the future that others think are crazy? Number 3, do you like to hear bad news? If I think of some examples for me, do you know anything that first sounded crazy but in fact became true? I thought it would be crazy that people wouldn't read newspapers anymore and would only look at their telephones. Who knew? Do you have any crazy beliefs about the future that others think are crazy? I think countries will stop existing. It won't matter whether you are from Japan or England or America in the future, maybe in 100 years' time. It won't be like it is now. That's my crazy belief. Number 3, do you like to hear bad news? No, I don't. But sometimes you can learn a lot if you read news that you don't like the sound of. I don't know. I'm talking too much. Please consider these questions, and I want to hear what you think about it all. Okay? Thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon.